Alright, hello TikTok. So I'm finally getting this one over to you. Today is our final day of streaming this game. Like I said, I'm doing 7 days per game for content and streaming, and we cycle to the next alphabetical order. I'm just trying to show people all the stuff I play or that I have played, show what's good and bad about them. And we're on to good old 7 days to die here. If you guys haven't seen the last couple videos, maybe like 3 or 4 of them, I think I posted, not all too much because, this game's more so survival based. But if people want survival, then, this is one of the games for you. It's not the most great in graphics. It's a little bit Minecrafty in the sense of like, blocks, for example. This, you can't quite see it all too well because it's still somewhat nighttime going into daytime. But I'm going to go over the features of the game, why it's good, why it's bad, just a little all-rounder of everything. And most people would edit things, but I think it's probably better to show you guys within like a couple minutes. So, have fun, enjoy the little thing I have to say. So, as you can see, I'm in like a little barricade I've made myself. Got some trees, got some nice little nature around me. Very blinded area. So I like this because zombies actually kind of get affected by it the same as you. So if you crouch in areas like this, they don't really see you all too much. And yes, this is a zombie game. Probably should have mentioned that. Zombie survival. There are other creatures too. My dogs are playing. Speaking of dogs, there are zombie dogs, there's zombie bears, there's zombie pigs, zombie chickens. They're all after it. No squirrels, though, surprisingly enough. You never really see them unless you play like the PC versions and stuff. They have more elaborate things. So, first step is, let's say you just entered the world, right? They'll tell you on the top right there are like things that you should do. They'll say, hey, this is to get you started. You should gather some fibers, click around. They don't teach you like, oh, hey, like R2, this is how you hit. Like, just experiment. And there's a lot of games that are like that, but some folks just are very strictly tutorial based. So if you're strictly tutorial based, either A, try to get out of your shell a little bit, or B, accept it. Move on from that. So one of the things you can do in the game is, of course, build defenses. Defenses, as you see, are spikes here. There are others, which I can show within this little menu here. You got barbed wire. You can make metal tools. I don't have a smithy bench. I don't think I ever made one myself. I'm always very basic, so I don't have too much to exaggerate with that. But yeah, you can see they have medicine, cooking things that you can make. This is all from the resources that are in the game that you can gather. So you get multiple types of outfits. You got a couple characters to choose from in the beginning of the game. So some things are cooler, like end game here. You got like scrap armor. This is more post-apocalyptic, compared to basically what I have on right now. I look like Farmer Joe mixed with a cowboy. Yeah. So it's not all too great, but hey, it is what it is. But for people to get it just as to what I've been doing, or especially with the videos or the streams I'm doing with these games, or well, this game in particular, basically I just gather up all the wood I can find from these trees. I go and chop them down. You have to build an axe. You chop it on down. You bring back the resources to wherever you want to build, or if you want to build on that spot in particular, you can. The fighting of the game, it's not all too great, but I'll have to find us an enemy to fight, which I will actually edit in. Oh, there you go. There's some wildlife right there. We got a deer. And yes, they are kind of dumb, so they will run into your spikes or something, all that jazz. And the main thing I love about this game is detail. Like, even though the graphics aren't that great. So let's say the deer comes over to my traps here, runs into it, dies. Or let's say he falls into a pit that I made because I dug into the ground. And yes, you can dig into the ground. Literally 55 kilometers deep. And we are currently, which they do show measurement systems, we're at plus 35 meters. I say kilometers, I made a mistake, I meant meters. And they actually show the wind now, isn't that great? So yep, each area has their own temperatures though. This is desert, so it won't be 72, it'll be like 80s, 90s, all that jazz. There's a snow biome behind me here, so of course it's going to be colder. A little bit more realism in that. But since this is a randomly generated map, not so much. Not so much realism. But now in the base game, when you do make a new game with this, they actually let you make two options. So let's say you just bought the game, it's your first time, and you're trying to get yourself a little base like this, start off and eventually turn it into a palace or kingdom or some kind of underground crazy trench that you're just interested in. Something like that. Jeez, my dogs are playing like nutcases in the background. These silly pups. So yeah, I don't have too much more to add since we don't really have combat on hand at the moment. But this is what it's like when you're chopping stuff. It's kind of boring, but it's kind of not because you see the resources in the end. Since the game is called 7 Days to Die, though, every 7 days, just imagine this entire area just swarming with zombies. Instead of your usual 7 walk up to you randomly and you got to fight the 7, or let's say 3 pop up, and then you don't get any zombies for a couple hours in game. And as you see, every couple seconds is a minute, so you kind of get the time scale with that. But there's once you get to the later days, let's say it's instead of day 7, it's day 7 times 9, and it's almost day, I don't know, 149. I'm not too good at math. You get these zombies that have a green body, and they're alien zombies, we call them. I think they have a better name to them, but they're way more durable. They pack a punch. If I got 70 health, they basically do 30 to 50 a hit. It is not fun. But it is fun to beat them, though. So, if you got some distance, and since they're slow, usually you can just kind of sit there and shoot them, pah! Also, some folks would think, oh, maybe, since it's a survival game, maybe I can gather ammo and stuff. They made ammo very, very scarce in this game to make sure that you feel like you want to work for it. So let's say that I want some materials right now, right? And I do know of a place that does have some resources probably in it. So we're going to go to that right now. We got a good 2, maybe 3 minutes left. So if you guys can bear with me, we can see this house that's literally right next to me. What also makes this game interesting and worth playing. And yes, you do have multiple perks that are, kind of real, but mostly not. They're almost to the point where it's on Elder Scrolls Oblivion scale. So if you put too many points into blunt, your blunt attacks are just way overpowered. So you have those super durable zombies I was talking about. You can just basically one-hit them if you're good enough, or if you get good enough. Yeah. Also, last time I was here, there was a whole swarm of these guys. There's teaming with zombies. Now there's nobody. So yeah, this is a part 2 of my sneaking video, I guess. We're actually getting into the house. Oh, it's locked. Bases. Oh shit. Here's some combat. Ugh. So as you see when I mentioned yeah, it's not gonna be that great. This is what I meant. Oh shit! I'm surrounded. No. Get away from me. I got radiation from that one. Ew. That means it's gonna make me sick or damage over time type of stuff. Ow. Okay, this is not looking too good. My dude's incredibly weak right now because I didn't really prepare for this type of thing. So yeah, as you can see, that's the combat. It's nothing too special, but hey, it makes the things happen. Let's go explore this house a bit. Okay, so that's a garage. Ah shit, they follow me. Oh yeah, we're so dead. Yeah, we're dead. As you guys can tell, there's only a few seconds left, but you get the gist. Goodbye. Play this game.